Boise, Idaho last week, and they are ready to play. Fox Sports welcomes you to the Tostitos Bowl Bash line. It's 1st and 10 from the Oklahoma 49. Play action, and Zabransky looking for it all. Wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Dryzen James.
Plays early if you're Boise State. Came out with a play-action pass. Dryzen James.
Montgomery puts foot on leather, and this will be Iglesias from the 9. And nowhere to go. Nowhere. Austin sits on the 11-yard line. Thompson play action. Under heavy pressure, the ball is loose. And it looks like Boise State has it. The Broncos have recovered.
Watch him coming from your right. Just runs over John Finley, pushes him back into Paul Thompson, strips the ball, and recovers it. He's not a starter anymore because they said he's not consistent enough. But when it's time to rush the passer, number 93 will be on the field.
Look who's right in front of him.
3 tight ends in the game. They hand it to Johnson into the end zone. Wow. I'm not sure those are the words of Bob Stoops.
I'll tell you what now. They responded to that.
38 seconds. Goodness gracious. This is Boise State University Bronco football. They lead 14-0. Peterson and Thompson looking for a receiver. They carry the football, good enough for a first down, all the way out to the 43-yard line. Play clock at 1, they just got it off. Thompson caught by Iglesias, first down, Oklahoma to the 22. Likely in this opening quarter. Thompson to the end zone, touchdown, Oklahoma. Emmanuel Johnson, his 3rd receiving touchdown of the year, and the Sooners on the board. 2 yards capped off by the touchdown pass to Emmanuel Johnson. And Thompson to throw. Good enough for a first down. Out to the 34-yard line. OU football history. Of course, for many years, all they did was run the wishbone. Peterson carries across the 40 to the play action again into the far side. The catch is made by Thompson to throw down the middle of the field and overthrows. The flag comes in. That was an uncatchable ball.
Pass interference, defense, number 8.
Game, it's 15 yards from the spot.
15 yards for the spot if it's longer than a 15-yard penalty. Anything up to that, it's a spot foul. But you're exactly right, Coach. He panicked because he doesn't play the ball. It's the fumble from Paul Thompson earlier in the game.
Quick snap on a 2nd and 10. Thompson looking to the end zone. Ball's underthrown, and it's intercepted by Tadman. Again, the open receiver, Iglesias, underthrown. Tadman went and got it.
Alan Patrick and Adrian Peterson in the game now.
And they give it to Patrick, who's inside the 40. Down the sideline, back to the inside, all the way to the 22 is Alan Patrick.
Racers erase mistakes because of tackling. Watch Alan Patrick, a huge hole, but then he makes the first guy miss right there. That was number 22, Kyle Wilson, and look who is downfield helping assist with the blocking, number 28, Adrian Peterson. 4 down territory, 2 runs.
Well, they pitch it to Patrick, and they're going to have to make a decision because he appears to be a yard shy of the first down.
I was waiting to see that spot.
31-yard field goal try by Garrett Hartley out of the hold of Hayes McEachern. And the kick is good. So rather than go on 4th down, and now this time they hurry up to the line of scrimmage. And Zabransky with a wide open receiver at the 47-yard line. That's Gerard Rabb. First down, blitz coming. Zabransky steps up, chase from behind, and he can fly. Out across the 40 and down to the 36-yard line. It looks like he has enough for a first down.
A 16-yard gain, and what I mean by his coach wanted to do that, step up, be definite, and run the football downfield against the coverage.
His long this season is 40 yards. Zabransky steps away from trouble, throws to the far side, and James cuts it back to the inside. Now to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown! Holy mackerel! Bryson James from Phoenix, Arizona's Westview High School.
This is what you're talking about, Coach.
Looking to throw back. Keeps his feet, but look at the awareness.
And the arm strength to get it out there that far. And then James breaks the tackle and dives in. And Boise State with the momentum as we head towards the half.
Charles, we were talking about that speed at Oklahoma. Look at this speed.
Starting to wonder as we hear all this talk about speed around the country, who has it, who doesn't.
They just do get it off. Thompson being chased by Browning. Just throws it up in the air to Chaney, and it's intercepted by Gerald Alexander. He's across the 35 to the 40. And nearly to midfield, the third Oklahoma turnover.
The field and deep down the middle. You talk about the triangle of errors. Paul Thompson made them. And this is so uncharacteristic of him because he's been so error-free all year long. Boise State has the advantage. Strategy with Adrian Peterson.
Peterson is in there, and Thompson to throw on first down. Intercepted, and into the end zone goes Marty Tadman.
Makes a perfect break and carries it home.
We better get. Well, the ball looked like the ball may have been tipped. Looked like the ball may have been tipped there. Time to react. Now you've got to stick that ball in there. You've got to answer it.
Michael Cohen. As Tadman will let it drop. That ball checks up and then hits. Did it hit a Boise State player? If it did, it'll be Oklahoma football. And it is Oklahoma football. The ball came back and hit a Boise State player in the leg.
You have to make the call. You've got to get everyone away from the football. You've got to send out the signal. There it is, hitting him right there. He's got the back of the leg.
He's got to attack that ball, screaming to everyone, whatever their alert is.
Second and 7. Peterson to the end zone. His first score since breaking his collarbone against Iowa State back on October the 14th, and the Sooners are right back in it. The punt hitting Key in the leg. Oklahoma recovers. 2 plays later, Peterson to the end zone. 17.
There's Peterson again in motion.
Thompson to throw the football. Wide open. And making the catch, Iglesias. Inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line.
Totally going to the sideline, and the ball was thrown back inside a little bit. He's able to break it off and secure the catch.
Nice just for 104 yards. In the absence of Kelly, Thompson rolls right, and he'll tuck it under his arm. And very close to a first down. Second down and a yard. Into the open field is Alan Patrick, and he has a first down.
Clearing the path here for Alan Patrick. Look at that, Duke Robinson, 72. Chris Messner, 79. Both of them all Big 12 performers.
He'll get it on the play fake, and he's close to the 5. And now trying to get it into single digits. Jump ball, and nearly a miraculous catch by Quentin Chaney.
They got things loosened up inside because of their play selection. The fake reverse, the quarterback on the edge, the stretch play. Then Oklahoma hits one up the middle.
Thompson in trouble. Down he goes. Boy, you gotta wonder about the play calling by Oklahoma.
They lost confidence in the running game, but they had a little momentum running the ball. I'm surprised that they went away from it. I said that on the last down when they threw the fade.
Yeah, you go back to that call, because now that puts them in third and long situation. So they have to throw the ball again.
He's already hit from 31 yards out tonight. He's only missed once all year.
In the back of your mind, you wonder if Bob Stoops thinks about faking one with his reputation.
They'll take the points. Right down the can off the foot of Hartley. Top of your screen. They have some plays called for him tonight. Nope, they're going to hand it to Ian Johnson. And he has perhaps enough yardage.
You're going to keep seeing him get the ball until he's stopped.
Hard to bring him down. And is that ball loose? On the far side.
Yes, it is.
Oklahoma has recovered. Rufus Alexander stripped it away, and Curtis Lofton covered it up.
Wow. It's off.
That you need to give you an opportunity. There's Alexander. 42. See how the ball ripping. He pulled it out before Johnson was down. Lofton alertly jumps on it. Oklahoma in business, and now not in the shadow of their own end zone.
Trying to fight for a couple extra yards, finish a run, expose the ball.
To reset the chains.
Ball Thompson out of the shotgun. Throw and a catch is made by Chaney out to the 35. The clock. Catch, Manuel Johnson out to midfield and crosses midfield to the 47-yard line. Will they come after him? The answer is yes. Ball at the 39. Thompson across the middle. Iglesias inside the 30. Tiptoes out of bounds to the 22.
This is where you tire out a defensive front.
Boise State just substituted in a defensive lineman, trying to get some fresh legs. Ian Smart.
Thompson on the slant, and a flag comes in, and there's the man you talked about a moment ago. Lost his job as a starter earlier this season.
First down.
Watch, he's gonna be hugged up on the receiver. There's Jones getting there a little early, trying to get the ball, to play through the man to get to the ball. But that coach told me.
Gresham on the jump ball to the end zone. Did he get it? There's a flag down. Still no signal given by the official. There is a flag on the play.
It's going to be interesting because Gresham was the motion man over there, splitting wide. They tried to use him to isolate by formation, a mismatch, which they did. Let's see what the flag is, though.
Was he not set, Charles?
Could be. Could be.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 men moving without reset. 5-yard penalty. Still on the try.
Excellent. Watch. Gresham, there's the motion by Finley, and there goes the motion by Gresham. 19 and 18, the two tight ends in motion. I love the call in terms of isolating him on the linebacker.
Pump fake. Thompson to the end zone. Catch is made, and we're tied at 28 by Joaquin Iglesias. What an unbelievable drive led by the senior Paul Thompson.
6 of 8 on that drive and led them downfield for a touchdown.
Well, when they were down by 18, both of you guys said
he wanted to throw a fade here because what they ran was Chaney on a slant and then going to the fade. He had to come to his second option. They had to do it 3 times and converted.
Clock is running. They've set the ball, and Zabransky, a dangerous throw, and it's intercepted. Into the end zone, Marcus Walker.
Unbelievable. Let's take a look at it.
Zabransky, I guess, expecting what, Charles, a receiver to break to the sideline.
He thought he was going to the sideline, and he threw the ball on a timing route without really seeing the break of the defensive back. The receiver continues upfield. Does Walker stay in bounds is the question right now. Boise State praying that he did not, but it appears that the tightrope walking of Marcus Walker is going to pay off for Oklahoma.
Running at 50 seconds. Zabransky steps up, looking down the field, fires, and it's caught by the tight end Schumann, trying to get out of bounds. He's to the 43. Broncos.
Zabransky's legs might be critical here to save time on throwing the ball.
Down the middle, James, the lateral to the corner of the end zone. Can you believe
about Jared Zabransky and his redemption. After the interception, the hook and lateral, and he goes in. This is beautiful. Shades of Utah. Fiesta Bowl 2004.
Boy, look at the execution.
It's perfect. And look at Lewis Baker ran right by him because he wasn't expecting that at all. And Rab beats him to the corner.
You can even see the respect the players have for one another as the captains come out for this coin toss.
Boise, you'll call a toss. The winner of the toss has the option to go on offense, defense, or one end of the field. And we'll play that inning at the same end. Your choice? Tails. Tails, that's the blue side. It's come up tails. Boise, you've won the toss. You'll play defense first.
In the backfield. Overtime is underway and Peterson with the football. Off to the left side. Down the sideline. Leaps. Did he get in or step out of bounds? Touchdown, Adrian Peterson. That did not take long.
Where was more of that stretch play earlier in the ball game with Adrian Peterson?
Get it.
Left side, great hole.
Inside, outside.
Inside, outside. You had 72, Robinson 79, Messmer. And then Cooper, number 50, and then look downfield. Nice block by Iglesias, number 9.
Short drop, Zabransky to Schumann, and he bangs his way inside the 15, good enough for a first down. Second down and 8 for the Broncos at the Oklahoma 11. They're going to hand it off to Ian Johnson, still on his feet, close to a first down inside. Johnson denied the first down. Is the ball loose or was his knee down? I think they're saying he was down. They are saying, I believe he was down.
Let's take a look at the play as Ian Johnson tries to run it inside. There's the initial hit as he's knocked back and he's stumbling, going. Ball came out before he went down.
I think his knee was down.
You thought it was down back there?
I think his knee's down first.
Let's take a look. Look,
right
look,
here.
Look, right there. Good call, Coach.
Yep. All right, here we go again. Now a timeout is called by Boise State. He's behind center, and the quarterback, Zabransky, is in motion.
And run it.
They do this a lot. Peretta to take the snap. He's going to throw it to the end zone. Touchdown!
They're going to go for 2, guys. I'm telling you, they are tired. Listen, when you're Cinderella, at a certain point, you don't keep slugging with the big guy. They're going to try and win the football game right now.
Timeout. This is the touchdown. Well, you talk about guts as a play caller.
I'm telling you.
Run pass option.
Well,
is Vinny Peretta doing it this time?
Well, you see Peretta.
Well, here we go, fellas. What are you going to do now? Going for the win.
Zabransky, flood right. Ball's near the left hash. Flood right.
Going to get a timeout by Oklahoma.
All right, now do you change your mind if you're Chris Peterson and send out the extra point?
He has a play he wants to call. He has the play. Oklahoma doesn't know what they're going to line up in offensively because they're going to shift anyhow. They showed that they have 3 wides, but where were they going to end up? They're going to give you some type of shift. They have the play call.
That was almost basketball where you show something, call timeout because you've seen something, and you come back with something different.
Giving him a heck of a shot.
Guys, I still
don't need to worry about anything else right now. Let's take a look at this.
Zabransky, I still think him with some type of run pass option going to the right.
Boise State for the win. They hand it off to Johnson. Boise State has won the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. Can you believe it? It doesn't get much better than that.
They knew it was on tape. Oklahoma's seen it. They threw it out there to Nene, and this time they fake it and hand it off the old Statue of Liberty, and no one better than Ian Johnson with the year he's had. Now that football was supposed to go in the trophy case, but someone else has got it now.
Yeah, Charles, let's go back to coaching here. He knows that Oklahoma has studied every film they have.
That's it.
They know every two-point conversion. They're going to defend. Bobby Stoops' team's coached well enough. They're going to defend what they saw. They come back with the counter.
He knew it was on tape, and they threw the counter at them.
You think Oklahoma took you lightly?
We know they did.
Really?
The way they were talking about us the whole entire game, the way they were talking to us when they were down, I mean, the whole entire week, we felt like we were their little brothers.
How about that final play, the gutsiness to go for 2?
I mean, we just felt amazing that our coach had enough confidence in us to go for 2, to win this game, because we were playing to win, not to lose.
All right, I know you're going to propose to your girlfriend. Congratulations.
Hey.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Tommy, he's going to really do this.
Hey.
All right, Tommy, she said yes. Ian Johnson proposing to the head cheerleader at Boise State. Does it get any better than this in college football?
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.